So this week I was determined to do a whole new kind of vlog. It wasn't going to be downbeat. There wasn't going to be anything about COVID or infection rates or hospital rates or PCR tests or vaccinations. I wasn't going to talk about vacations and staycations or gaycations. I was just going to be, well, you know, really positive. Then this happened.
After much anticipation, the French government has confirmed new COVID-19 restrictions that apply to more than 20 million people across 16 departments.
In these 16 departments, new massive measures to restrain the epidemic will be in place starting Friday night at midnight and for 4 weeks.
But fear not, this vlog is still not going to bring you down. Because whilst we're going to deal with the implications of this wonderful new French lockdown light, we're also going to look at the sit-ins being staged in French theatres, why icecream will never be the same again in Nice, and why a man in Monaco appeared in court this week accused of grabbing another man's testicles. Don't go anywhere. Now, before we get going, a quick plug for a new venture. Have you heard of a company called Virtual Trips? No, I hadn't either, but it's a brilliant idea. What they do is they take you on a tour around anywhere from Bogota to Paris. And I've signed up, I've become one of their virtual tour guides. I did my first tour this week in Nice. It was called The Secrets of Nice, and it was a sellout. It's the first time I've sold all the tickets in a long time. Anyway, I'm doing another one on Wednesday, 12 o'clock Wednesday, 11 o'clock your time, Secrets of Nice, the Promenade Anglais. And then on Friday, I'm doing another one, The Secrets of Monaco, and that's at 3 o'clock UK time, 4 o'clock French time. And you know what the best thing about them is, apart from obviously me being on them, is they're free. Yes, you heard that right, they're free. Though I would appreciate a tip, but you don't have to give one. But they're great. They're 45 minutes. They're completely live. When I did the trial for the Nice one, it was raining and I slipped on a grate. See, it's well worth tuning in. But anyway, I'll put the link at the end of this video. Virtual Trips. You can just join up in about 30 seconds and you can come on a live walking tour with me. Anyway, that's the end of the advert. So today's vlog, we begin with French theatre. Don't all switch off at once. But theatre freelancers in Nice are currently staging a sit-in at the Nice National Theatre in protest against government cuts to pay and working conditions and demanding that theatres are reopened. They say there is no need to keep cultural venues closed providing social distancing measures are imposed. The artists are sleeping in the lobby, cooking in the kitchens and staging impromptu performances to keep their spirits up. This protest is being mirrored nationwide. A spokesman for the British Actors Union Equity said they were thinking of doing the same at the Royal National Theatre in London. That was a joke, by the way. Now on to icecream. And the death was announced this week of the great ice cream maker Finocchio. Finocchio, whose ice cream stand sells over 100 different flavours of ice cream, including boiling hot ice cream, beer ice cream, cactus ice cream and avocado and poppy ice cream, took over the business from his father Joseph, who launched the company in 1966. In 1986, the Finocchios won France's prestigious Golden Boule for their Grand Marnier ice cream with mandarin sorbet, iced meringue and whipped cream. The shop, which has spurred many imitators over the years, including one called Pinocchio, which proceeded to open directly opposite Finocchio, but was eventually forced to change its name after objections from the Finocchio family and a court ruling which threatened to freeze their assets. Now on to testicles. And a trial occurred in Monaco this week of a man accused of grabbing the testicles of his ex-wife's new lover on the steps of the Monaco courthouse. The man had been attending a court hearing in which the custody of his child was being decided. After the hearing, he became so incensed, he grabbed his new wife's partner by the short and curlies. The new partner then slapped the ex-husband and the police intervened, arresting both men. The trial judge unusually concluded that both were guilty of assault and they were fined €1,500 each, though the man whose testicles were grabbed was refused compensation for bruising. He said he was going to take the matter to a higher jurisdiction and may appeal to the ruler of Monaco, Prince Albert. And now finally, the C word, and that's not the thing that people usually write on my Facebook page. It's back to our old friend, COVID-19. This week, the French president announced, or rather the Prime Minister announced, that areas of Paris and Nice were going back into lockdown, a third lockdown. But it's a bizarre lockdown because it's a lockdown light. In fact, in many ways, it's less of a lockdown than the lockdown we've just been in. The lockdown we've just been in involved a couvre-feu, which was a curfew at 6 o'clock. The curfew has now switched to 7 o'clock. Previously in Nice, we had a weekend lockdown, which meant we couldn't go out the house at weekends. Now, under the new lockdown, you can go out the house for as long as you like. You can exercise as long as you like. Under the previous lockdown, you had to have an attestation. That was a form you filled in to say why you were outside. Up to yesterday, you were going to have an attestation for this lockdown. Now, apparently, you don't need to have a 2-page attestation for this lockdown, but you do need to take outside with you proof of where you live, because you can't go more than 10 kilometres away from your house, and you can't leave the area. Neither can people come into the area, which will effectively put paid to the tourist season for Easter. That's unless the mayor of Nice, Mr. Estrosi, manages to negotiate with the French Prime Minister, Mr. Castex, a deal whereby if the Nice infection rate drops below the crucial 400 per 100,000 cases, we can be released from lockdown. He claims to have negotiated this. The infection rate in Nice is actually dropping, has dropped over the last few weeks, but is still crucially over 400 per 100,000 cases. So, we're now in a strange situation in which, technically, nobody can come into Nice. The last time this happened was 1838, I think, when there was a cholera epidemic. I made a film about it. It's called When Nice Was Cut Off and How a Pandemic Created Cannes. Very good. But the last time this happened was 1838, so Nice is essentially isolated. But we have more freedom than we had before. Hairdressers are open. Gyms aren't open. Under the previous lockdown in the autumn, hairdressers weren't open. Essential shops are open. Non-essential shops are not open, except record shops. You heard that right. Record shops for all those records you want to buy. Bookshops for all those books you want to buy. And crucially, chocolatiers, because apparently chocolate is an essential service in France. So if you need some chocolate, you can still get your fix. So I think that, in summary, is the new French lockdown. Vaccinations, we're up to about 9.5 million. You read a lot of stuff in the British press that the European vaccination programme is absolute chaos, blah, 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 blah. Well, there's no doubt it's slow, it's sluggish, it's behind the UK. What I will say, though, is that I and many people my age and slightly younger have been vaccinated in Nice, and as some of my British friends have pointed out, they've been vaccinated quicker than some people in Britain. So there are all kinds of anomalies with this. But there's no doubt the infection rate is very high and France has a problem. So there we are. That's what's happening with COVID-19. I told you I wouldn't drag it out and bore you and make you miserable. Chances for a summer holiday? Oh, I forget it. It's possible. I don't think France will stop you coming in. I think the problem will be whether Britain lets you back in the other side. Certainly, I don't think anything can change until May the 17th. That's the rule in Britain, and there's little chance of that changing here. The good news is the beaches are open, and I've looked on the map. Here it is, Bummer Beach. You know what? It's under 10 kilometres from here. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the little bell to get notifications when more exciting broadcasts like this occur. Please contribute. Please join in. Please come on my walking tour this week, Wednesday and Friday, live from Nice, live from Monaco. And have a great week, everyone. It's all really positive. I told you it would be. It's the new me.